technology is going to change every major sector in the market in the world.
We are about to see massive disruptions.
Really turn things around for cryptocurrencies, particularly the one line where they said we owe it to this next generation to foster this innovation.
This is a millennial development. I think that these types of innovations are the ones that are important to recognize and take advantage of.
These markets are new, evolving, and international. They require us to be nimble and forward-looking and engage with important stakeholders, including Congress.
The words interoperability and cross-chain are two very important words in the blockchain space, and for some of us, maybe it is not so clear why, but in a very short time it will become the next big thing and maybe can trigger the next bull market. We all know that Bitcoin launched in 2009, solved the problem of double spending and brought to the whole world a new digital currency peer-to-peer, decentralized, permissionless, global, etc. Then in 2015, the Ethereum network launched on July 30th, launched by Vitalik Buterin, a Russian programmer and writer. Ethereum blockchain is a smart contract platform that enables developers to build decentralized applications, but in this video, we focus on interoperability and why it is important for the blockchain industry. The big problem is that this digital asset remains isolated and cannot communicate with each other, and without a centralized platform where blockchain can communicate, we are forced to go to centralized exchanges. In this space, there are some projects that are trying to solve this problem like Cosmos, Polkadot, Wanchain and a few more, but my focus today is on Wanchain. Wanchain is the world's most advanced blockchain interoperability platform. It is the world's first and only cross-chain blockchain platform with secure multi-party computation and privacy protection. Wanchain can connect to any blockchain in this space as long as they're using a public and private key scheme. Wanchain solutions to solve the interoperability problem and ensure that the total number of tokens on each blockchain remains static when being transferred from one blockchain to the next. Wanchain's specialized nodes, also known as Storm, and employ an innovative, secure multi-party computation method with a threshold-protected secret key to process cross-chain transactions. For every cross-chain transaction, Wanchain's Storm and nodes create a locked account that holds the funds being sent from the original blockchain indefinitely, while an equivalent value is made available on the destination blockchain in the form of a corresponding mapping token. The original funds can then only be released when the value of the corresponding mapping tokens is sent back to the original chain, and the mapping tokens themselves are destroyed. For example, when executing a transaction from Bitcoin to Wanchain, the funds being sent from the Bitcoin chain will be held in a locked account, while a corresponding amount wrapped Bitcoin Wanchain's Bitcoin mapping token will be made available to the recipient. The locked Bitcoin is only made available again when the wrapped Bitcoin holder sends that wrapped Bitcoin to a hash-time locked contracts account on Wanchain monitored by the cross-chain Storm and nodes. At that point, the wrapped Bitcoin is destroyed and the locked Bitcoin is released to the target Bitcoin account. When any cross-chain transaction is initiated, the owners of each Storm and node must jointly participate in the generation of the related locked account's public and private keys. The shared account's private key is not actually a static string of numbers and letters, but a series of key fragments that is scattered amongst the account participants present at the time the private key is generated. In order to release funds from these locked accounts, the operators of a Storm and node must jointly agree to do so by contributing their respective pieces of the node's private key to generate a signature. This is the secure multi-party computation piece of the transaction processing procedure, and it prevents any one bad Storm and actor from being able to carry out a double spend attack by unlocking tokens being held in any locked account generated from a cross-chain transaction. In order to guarantee that a transaction can be executed at any given time, it is not necessary for all participants to fully engage in the process of releasing funds from a locked account. Instead, the number of Storm and account participants must be above a set threshold. This is the threshold key sharing piece of Wanchain's solution. This solution ensures that, for the funds in a locked account to be wrongfully released, a very high percentage of Stormen must agree to collaborate as bad actors. In conjunction with the significant economic incentives to not act in bad faith, this system projects to be an extremely effective system for deterring fraudulent behavior. To solve transactions on the original blockchain in a trustless manner, Wanchain eventually plans to implement a new third-party consensus mechanism called the voucher. The voucher will be a consensus group that is economically incentivized to verify the finality of the transactions sent to the destination chain on the original chain. to ensure Wanchain is viable as a cross-chain solution while the Wanchain team works towards perfecting the implementation of the more elegant and dynamic voucher mechanism. The system outlined above is executed using atomic swaps circumventing the need for cross-chain verification. When Bitcoin is transferred to Wanchain as wrapped Bitcoin, a user is essentially exchanging their Bitcoin for wrapped Bitcoin in an atomic swap, where the other party is the Storm and Node group. While atomic swaps are not the most scalable or efficient solution, they are a reliable and effective means of transferring value across chains that will allow Wanchain to be an immediately functional cross-chain platform. If you like my explanation about Wanchain, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to leave me a like and a comment if you have some questions. We will see you in the next videos. Goodbye.